Hello everyone, my name is Samuel Holmes, and today I want to tell you guys about my app, Bountiful Budgeting. But before I get into that, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I graduated high school about 2 years ago, and after taking a year and a half of college, I decided it wasn't the path I wanted to take. I felt it didn't push me to be not just a better version of myself, but it didn't push me towards the future I wanted to achieve. So I decided to take this summer off and come here to Boca Code, where I came in as a student and I'm leaving a software engineer. When I'm not coding, some of the things I like to do on my free time is I like to play games, I like to watch anime, and if I ever have the expenses, I love to travel like I did when I was younger. One big issue I've learned with these hobbies is that it costs money. And unfortunately, according to Fox Business, 83% of teenagers cannot manage their money, which brings me to my solution. I decided to build an application that lets everyone track all their recurring charges, as well as let them make better informed decisions based on their remaining balance after paying said expenses. So that takes me to my website. Once you open up the website, you instantly put onto the login page here. Of course, if you don't have an account, you just go down here and sign in or sign up. The background is AI generated, and once you log in, you'll get put onto a dashboard, which is very easy to read, with the left side listing your income at the top, or your expected income, and then below you have a list of your expenses where you can remove any that you may not have anymore or that you may need to change. On the right side, you'll see a list of your expenses again, slightly more tight packed because you have to be able to read them all if you're trying to organize it. And your monthly income and total expenses are listed just beside that, and it also shows you your remaining balance. As you see right now, our remaining balance is $185, and let's say you got a wonderful promotion at work and you went from $4,000 to $5,000 a month. You'll see it update right away on the right here and on the left. And let's say because of that you decided to get rid of Netflix and upgrade to a more expensive version of Hulu. You could just put it in right there, and let's say you're paying for that live TV one, which is $60 a month. You put it in, it updates right away. It gets put here as well as updating your remaining balance. As we also know, a lot of people don't like sharing their information, even if it's with their kids or their spouse. So if you don't want your kids to ask for something more expensive for Christmas, you just log out, and unless they have your login, they can't see it. Which brings me to my tech stack. I used a Fern tech stack, and because it's relating to money, even though it may not directly connect to your bank account, I do firmly believe that security is an important thing to have. So for my database, I decided to use Firestore because its security is much better than some alternatives. And for my API, I built it with Express.js and Node.js. However, rather than using a pre-built authentication system like Firebase Auth, I decided to create my own authentication system using JSON Web Tokens and hashing passwords with bcrypt. This means only you can log into your account, and if somehow someone manages to get your information from the database, they still cannot log into your account because they cannot access your password. My front end was built with Next.js, Tailwind, and NextUI. I chose Next.js because it is the newest industry standard for production level applications. And Tailwind let me style it exactly how I wanted to do so.
Or a Max one.
For future work, I plan to hopefully incorporate Plaid, which lets you directly connect your bank account, which means that security is so much more important. This lets you automatically update the information when you use your card rather than manually having to go in and change it. I also hope to one day be able to incorporate AI prediction and analysis, so rather than you having to concern yourself with manually checking that everything is inputted, it will count everything up, and let's say you spend every month, you go to a restaurant with your family or friends, and you don't put it in there, it would automatically notice the pattern and put it in without you having to do anything. As for the prediction, it will help you also determine where you're overspending, underspending, and help give you better informed decisions on where you may save, or maybe where you need to double check what you're using it on. Here's my LinkedIn. If you need to get in touch, feel free to reach out. And there's my GitHub if you guys have any questions about the project. Thank you.
All right.